following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op, in affiliation with the network at bicbp-radio.com.
Welcome back to another episode of Get In, Loser. We're starting a podcast. You know who it is. It's your boy, Cheetah.
It's your boy with a ducky shirt on. Chop.
It's a good thing.
Damn, Yoder. What, your fucking stomach?
Yeah, it was your stomach.
Damn, brother.
That was my stomach saying hi to the duckies.
I guess so.
It's your boy Yoder.
Damn, dog. Yeah. Peep it. New wall art. Hell yeah.
I like it.
It's badass, dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't look like I'm being abducted.
Yep. Pretty soon we got to get
Little head, big body going on.
we got to get
Chop.
Bigfoot coming out of the woods.
Yeah, that's what we need next. We need a Bigfoot one. I'm going to look for one of those next. But, what's up, boys? Took a week off because you guys were sick. Oh, Chop was sick. Yoder had some... He was too busy for us. Whatever. You guys are pansies. Who said that? Not me. Just kidding. So, yeah, we took a week off, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of nice. I also kind of hated it. I didn't know what to do with myself.
Let's see, you got new specs.
Yeah. One got an eye exam. I haven't had an eye exam in like 9 years. So I was like, oh, I probably should get a new one. The lady was like, oh, your eyes haven't really changed at all. And I said, oh, that's nice. And they said, do you want glasses? And I said, I don't really want to pay for them. She's like, your insurance will cover some. And I said, okay, I need new glasses, I guess. Until I realized my insurance fucking sucks when it comes to glasses. She literally pointed at a rack. She's like, oh, yeah, you could choose from those. It was like 10 pairs. That was it. Entire store of glasses. I could only pick from 10 pairs. Yeah. Which I was telling you on the way here is crazy. Because I'm on Medicaid. And anybody who has Medicaid, you know the health insurance. They pay for pretty much anything. And then to have your eye insurance be so shitty is crazy. Apparently the dental insurance kind of sucks too, apparently. That's crazy.
It sucks for anybody.
Yeah, that's true. Dental insurance just in general fucking sucks, dude. Why does dental work so much money? It's crazy. They want me to get implants, like dental implants. You know how much just 2 of them cost? $8,000.
I got one. It cost $6,000.
That's fucking crazy,
It's
dude.
a fucking medical, man.
That's crazy. I'm about to just hop the border and go to Mexico and get them for fucking $50, dude. With a hammer and a nail.
You do it in the backyard.
Hell yeah, some guy named Chico. Who's also smoking a cigarette while he does it. You know? But, yeah, so, what's up with you guys? How was your week off? How was life?
Yeah, I got an interesting story.
No, brother.
I was driving the golf cart, didn't expect it. Guess what happened?
You flipped it?
No, I got pulled over.
Of course you did.
Yo, it was not my fault.
Of course it wasn't.
No,
Never is.
No, it was because we were driving. I was doing it safe. I was on 72nd. Cop comes by this way. I looked at him driving, and he passed the one truck. He was following me. Cop stops, busted you. He put his lights on and pulled me right over.
Wait, what were you driving a golf cart for?
Because I was getting expected.
What?
For work.
Oh.
And the cop's like, he pulls me over. It's like, so why are you driving this? Well, I'm getting expected over there. I'm getting expected at Basil.
What's it called? Inspected? Oh, inspected.
Yeah.
I thought you said you were getting expected. And I'm like, expected what?
It's having a baby.
That's why I was so confused.
Yeah, I was getting expected. We're getting the vehicle inspected.
Why do you say it like that?
Oh, because
inspected?
Inspected.
You're like, inspected. Inspected.
Not taking it for an inspection.
Inspection, yeah. Like, he was asking me questions. Like, he's looking at the license plate. It says limited use only. Yeah. We're only using it for downtown Niagara Falls. This cop's like, why are you not driving on the sidewalk? Street legal vehicle. Look, cop, I don't get it. I have a registered vehicle on the road with license plates. I get pulled over. But these people in my neighborhood with dirt bikes and 4-wheelers, they could fucking ride all down the alley, all down the street. Not a word. Like, I got a registered vehicle that got license plates on there. Like, I want to get in trouble, but the people who's riding their 4-wheelers and their dirt bikes, ew, we don't care.
And Kathy Hochul's working on that now. Gonna make it illegal after years.
Make it illegal for what?
For non-off, like ATCs,
Oh, yeah,
motorcycles.
yeah. Okay. Remember that big fucking ride out a couple years ago?
That's what, this still going on.
Remember when it was like real bad? Remember that one girl was like trying to trick on it and she crashed on the side of a building?
Mm-hmm. That just happened in
what
New
a
York
dummy.
City. And
Oh, it happened in New York City. Now she gives a fuck.
yeah. Well, yeah.
You ever seen that? What's that one movie? Where it's like the Italian guy. And he's like, that's how I feel. Oh, is that your story? That was it?
Yeah.
How's the rest? What were you sick last week?
Yeah, I had food poisoning.
What?
Yeah, I had food poisoning.
How'd you
Seven
get
Brew?
that?
No, fucking. No. Got from
His
work.
body's like, please stop.
From
Too
work?
much coffee.
Yeah, they had like day-old shrimp to reheat it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it.
There's your first mistake. Why would you eat reheated
Was
shrimp?
it employees?
Yeah, it was. Their taco meat. It was actually chili from the night before that. I mean, I was like, okay, whatever.
Bro.
It could possibly be the
fucking mess.
possibility of, I don't know, biting it if it expires. I don't know if it happens some with that combination. Has some type
The
of
fact that you can't pinpoint what gave you food poison is kind of questionable.
it was not the brownies because when I was hopping over the bowl, like I saw rice and beans. Like, yep, I had that for lunch. I don't know, it was a combination or something.
The fact that I thought reheated shrimp was going to be the worst part of your story, and then it just somehow continued to get worse, makes me question your life choices.
It started off with when I went to I got home from work about 12:30. Got the blanket on me. I'm shivering. 20 minutes later, I go to the bathroom.
Thanks for doing the noise for us. I'm sure we all wanted to hear that.
Coming out of both ends?
No, actually, come out the one end.
Oh.
Luckily,
You know what's worse than food poisoning? Alcohol poisoning. That shit fucking sucks. I had alcohol poisoning once ever. And if I ever have that shit again, just kill me. It was terrible. Fucking sucked.
Luckily, I've never had it. I have food poisoning, but I've never had alcohol.
You ever had poop poisoning? Where your poop is poisoned?
No.
By the poop monster? You
That's
ever had that before?
Nope.
Yeah, me neither. I was testing you. You passed. Good job.
yo, you see the crazy amount these fucking season ticket holders are selling their tickets for?
For what, the Bills game or the NHL or the hockey game?
No, I can normal now.
The NFL game?
Yeah, for the
The Bills game?
home opener. $1,200, $700. I'm not paying that much for it. I'll watch the damn team on TV.
You know what's crazy is like people are gonna complain about how bad the prices are for tickets, but I guarantee home opener of the new season, you're gonna see that stadium fucking packed all the wall.
Oh, it is gonna be bad. Because check-in tickets are not on sale yet.
That's crazy, dude. That's wild. Yeah, that's why I had to rock my Dawson Knox jersey this week. My new Dawson Knox jersey. Shout out to my boy Fonz. Helped him and his girlfriend rearrange their new apartment, so he gave this to me. Because for the first time in our entire friendships, he's fatter than me. What a win, baby. So it doesn't fit him.
Well, you
So
got,
he gave it to me.
you got low head, big body.
Shut up, man. I'm losing weight. Fuck you.
Where at?
Everywhere, though. You just can't see it. Losing little pounds here by that. By that every day, man. It's miserable.
Every little bit helps.
Yeah, man.
So,
Hey, do you guys know where I can get? You know where I can find the? You ever seen that video? I fucking love that video. Shit's hilarious.
How was your week, Cheetah?
It was alright. You know, chilling, living life. You know, doing some big things over here. Not really. Trying my hand at running my own fantasy league this year.
Yo, who?
I already hate it. So
why
that's been fun.
does your quarterbacks get more punches than your running backs?
I don't know, man. I've never done this shit before.
Do you want to?
I need
you
a
want me to
fucking-
tweak it up for
I
you?
need somebody to help me fucking figure it out.
That'd be your boy over here. I run my own fantasy.
All right, man. Well, you're gonna have to help me tweak it because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. No. I mean, now. Like, you're gonna help me set the rules.
Yeah, I will.
Like,
Off the
that
camera.
doesn't mean you're gonna get fucking
no.
special treatment or nothing.
No.
I ain't making you a manager or a commissioner or nothing. I only did it because originally, last like Thanksgiving, my dad's side of the family, we were all talking about fantasy football, and
Hey, actually,
they all were talking about how they wanted to do. Well, my uncle was saying, "Oh, I'd like to do it for the first time," and then my cousin Jimmy was like, "Oh, I'd like to try," and I'm like, "All right, well, next year I said we'll start a family league, just us family." And then time came around, and now, we can't. My cousin Jimmy unfortunately lost his father not long ago, so he doesn't want to do it anymore. And so now it became just me, my dad, my brother, my cousin Josh, and then my Uncle Bobby. And I'm like, well, at first I'm like, okay, I'll make the league just us, and then, I'll throw in, like, my mom or somebody just for fun. But, then it went from there, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm like, well, I kind of need to fill some spots, so I asked, Chop and Yoder if they wanted to join. And then Yoder took forever to join, and then somebody else joined while I was waiting for Yoder. And I'm like, well, fuck, I can't not let Yoder join. I already asked him, so then I'd expand it more. Now it's good, though. I'm keeping it at 10 teams. That's it. Now everybody who's joining is in it except
Why
for
not?
2 people.
Why
I got to
not?
get them set up this weekend.
Why not 12?
Shut the fuck up, Yoder. That's it, 10. That's it. 10. That's all I'm doing. Too much. It's already too much.
Yo, is your dad gonna be joining my league next
I
year?
don't know.
Ask him.
You don't want to join the league. He hates you. He only wanted me to ask you to join our league so he could put a whooping on you, you said.
Okay. Yo, if you set up the division, I want him in my division. And if possible, you too.
I already told Yoder the rules. If you're going up against my mom that week and you see that she's starting to lose, take every single one of your guys out. Let her win. Because if you don't, I'll fucking burn your house down.
I'm showing no mercy to no one.
My mother, that sweet angel. It's so funny because last year she was like, no more fantasy football in this house. It ruins the season. Because my dad's always stressing about it. And now I told her, I'm like, oh yeah, we were talking about it the one Sunday I was over. And she's like, oh, I want to join. She's like, how do I get in there? I'm going to kick everyone's ass. And I'm like, last season you told us you didn't want to do it no more. You don't want us doing it no more.
You know what it is? I think it's more of a family bonding situation.
She's like, oh, I want to get in now so I can kick your dad's ass. Just as, she's like, because I don't really know anything about football, so. I told my dad, I said, wouldn't it be hilarious if she gets in and she wins the whole thing?
Well, you just told her she is.
Yeah, dude. Don't tell her. I'm rigging it for her, though. But I am.
Good luck with that.
I'm rigging it, dude. I'm a commissioner. I'll fucking kick you out week 2.
Go ahead.
If you're in first place, I'm kicking you out.
Yo, okay.
I'm going to start colluding. I'm going to be a colluding manager. I'm going to be fucking Mike Vrabel. I'm going to start sleeping with fucking sideline reporters and shit.
Rich, you heard his baloney? He's going to kick me out if I take first place.
It seems like kind of like cheating.
Mm-hmm.
So he's supposed to not try to win? Is it? What are you, 11?
It's not cheating.
No, 6?
It's not cheating if your name is Mike Vrabel. My name is Mike Vrabel, so.
Okay.
You know what, Rich? You make a good point, but also, guess what? Stop yelling at me, please. I'm sensitive. I'm going to start crying, so. No, I don't know. But, yeah, I've been doing that, and then, I've actually made some very silent growth over here. You know, some silent personal growth's been going on lately. It's pretty cool.
Which
I'm on a new streak at work. I haven't called in almost 3 weeks with a new record for me. I got really bad there for a while when I was calling in a lot. I'm not doing that anymore. My attitude's changed at work. I'm back to, being what they hired me for, which is the personality hire, as they like to call me.
Yo, Gita, before we continue on, what's up with that girl trying to embarrass you, but she
I don't
embarrassed her
know,
own
man.
self?
I don't know. That's what I was telling you earlier. I feel like so much life has happened since the last time we were in. It was literally only a week.
2 weeks.
I got called out by that girl. Then I was literally talking to an entire girl, literally about to hang out with this girl. And then we got into a fight Mother's Day weekend and stopped talking by like Monday. And we were supposed to hang out Tuesday for the first time.
a fight
About
Yeah, we
what?
got no bad fight.
about
Because she's fucking nuts. She literally admitted to starting fights with me just because she said she liked to do it. She said she got fun out of it. Like, she was always like, oh, I'd be doing too much, but I like it. I like a little razzle-dazzle. Like, she literally got mad at me. Like, we started talking, like, last week, like, the weekend prior to Mother's Day weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I told her literally all week, I kept reminding her, like, oh, I'm going to my buddies on Saturday, watch UFC fight. I'm super hyped. I haven't seen the guys in a little bit. I'm going to see his new place. I'm excited. So she knew about it, right?
Right.
Then, like, Friday night, we're talking about it. And she's like, oh, what are you doing this weekend? And I'm like, oh, I already told you I'm going to watch UFC on Saturday. And she's like, and then she replies, she's just like, oh. And I'm like, oh? I'm like, what do you mean, oh? Like, what's wrong? And she's like, oh, she's like, you're going to forget about me. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? She's like, you're not going to have any time for me. You're not going to have any time to give me attention. And I'm like, dog, I'm going to watch a UFC fight with my buddies, which I already told you I was doing. I said, so I'm still going to text you. I probably just won't be texting you back right away because I'm going to be hanging out with my friends. Started a big-ass fight about it. Didn't talk to me the rest of the night. And then, like, Saturday morning, we were talking and shit, and then, everything was cool and shit. She was back to being completely normal. Went to my buddy's house, was there hanging out, starts another fight with me. Out of literally nothing. I don't even remember what the fight was about. That's how stupid it was. And then says something to me about, she's like, have fun with your friends for the rest of the night. I'm not going to text you. And I'm like, okay. Whatever.
Fuck.
I literally joked to my buddy Henry. I said, that's literally perfect scenario for me because now I could just hang out and talk shit with you guys. But, so then she got mad, and she's like, I like texted her, and I'm like, all right. Or like, I waited a few minutes, and I texted her back, and I'm like, all right, have a good night then. And she's like, look, can't even go a few minutes without texting me. And I'm like, no, I was literally replying to what you said.
Right.
I said, no, I won't talk to you if that's what you want. And she's like, I'm not coming back unless you beg me. And I'm like, well, I guess you ain't coming back then because I don't fucking beg for nobody. So that turned into a whole big thing. And then Sunday, Mother's Day, she got fucking mad at me because I didn't answer her FaceTime call. I was literally on my way to breakfast with my mom for fucking Mother's Day. She got mad at me, so I'm like, all right, I'm not doing this anymore. And I'm like, I'm done. I'm good. So she's probably going to watch this pod and probably hate comment, so whatever.
Hey, girl, you fucking play with the wrong dog.
Oh, yeah, she also got mad at me one of the first days we started talking because she seen me flirt with some girl on Facebook. And I'm like, dog, we literally haven't even met yet. And she's like, oh, that's your first warning.
First one.
I'm like, we haven't even met. We literally just started talking. And it wasn't even like I was like hardcore flirting. Some girl was just like, oh, I need to... Somebody like posted something about, joking about, this hantavirus or whatever, saying, oh, give us another pandemic. And this one girl was like, well, if that's going to happen, I'm going to need to find me a boyfriend first. So like I replied to her comment and I was just like, sup? And this girl got mad at me and I'm like, bro, I'm like, first of all, we aren't together. Second of all, we haven't even met yet. Third of all, we literally just started talking. It was just, I don't know. It was nutty, but whatever. And then that other girl who, talked to me like I was a fucking kindergartner. Told me not to abbreviate my words because she's not my high school texting buddy or my pen pal. And I'm like, okay, bro. The worst part with that girl is that's the second time we've matched with each other. So she had already known who I was before.
Oh.
So you knew what I was like before. You matched me again just to do that shit all over again. Like, now I know you while you're on the app so much. You're fucking miserable.
But yet she abbreviated in her text to you.
It literally doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just, I don't know, it was funny, but whatever. I feel like so much shit happened in like fucking 2 weeks of being off. It's crazy, but whatever. Shit happens, I guess.
So Yoder.
So yeah, Yoder, what's up with you? Should we get
Sorry.
comfy? You got a story time or anything?
Uh-huh.
All right, get comfy, everybody. I'm gonna be here a while.
Yep, we got to make that short story long. Or long story short. So, May is a
Sorry.
tough time for me to begin with because it's my mother's birthday, the 6th. And then she passed away on the 6th. And then Mother's Day. So the first couple of weeks of May is tough. Sunday, I went, I went to go see my mom and talk to her. This was the first time that I went to the cemetery that a family in the grave above them came. So outside my mom's, we have benches. And I was sitting on a bench, and this guy came and he says, "Do you mind if I sit next to you?" I said, "No." So, we were talking. He just lost his wife after 40 years.
40?
Yeah.
Jesus. That's crazy.
Yeah. My parents were married 62 before my father
Jesus.
passed away.
Did your mother go first?
No,
Your father went first?
My father went. He went in 2013.
How long after did your mom go?
She went in 2020.
Jesus.
And so we were talking. He's from Lewiston, but they picked. My mom's in Arcadia, which is in Niagara County.
Mm-hmm.
They picked that one because it's in between the two families, his family and their family. So they picked that cemetery because it's in between. He's got 3 boys, and the youngest one is taking it really hard.
Oh, I bet.
He goes there every day.
What a love, man.
Spends
That's
about
beautiful.
spends about a half an hour there every day. He said, "Have you ever been here in the winter?" I said, "No." He said, "It's rough." I said, "I bet it would be."
Dude, honestly, there's something kind of beautiful in that, honestly.
Yeah.
To, like, be going there literally every day and visiting. Like, that just kind of, like, shows you, like, how deep and how real, like, that old school kind of love really was. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, when my grandparents on my dad's side went, when my grandfather went, my grandmother went, like, not even 6 months later. Because she literally just couldn't live without him. It was crazy. You know what I mean? It was wild, dude. It's beautiful. It's kind of, you know what I mean? It's, like, sad, but it's, like, beautiful in a way, too. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right.
Cut you off.
So that's one of the reasons why I took off last week, because it's a tough week.
Understandable.
Then I went to a neurosurgeon last Thursday, who he couldn't understand why I was there to see him. And I'm like, "I'm looking to be fixed." He says that he wouldn't and doesn't recommend me getting surgery where my nerves are being pinched,
Yeah.
because it's in the lower spine.
Oh, yeah. That's
And
risky.
He says it's too risky. And I'm like, I'm not so much worried on being fixed. My main reason is to find out how.
Yeah.
Because, we're not talking over months. We're talking weeks that just happened. So And then one of his concerns is, I don't know, everybody's been to the doctor where they tap on your knee. Well, I've lost my reflexes. So when they tap on your knee, is like no response. So.
Sorry. I was just like imagining like us trying. You know, like I kind of wanted to know now, but I'll take your word for it. What if we did it and we just like suddenly your nerve just came back? And we just fixed you. Want me and Chop to look to see if we can get like a voodoo witch up in here to put some shit on you, maybe get you all healthy?
Let's go to New Orleans.
Yeah, we'll go to New Orleans together. Find
New
a voodoo
Orleans.
spirit. What do they call them? Priestess? Voodoo priestess?
Yeah, we'll get something.
There we go.
We'll get some chicken bake. We record it live too.
Yeah.
And Rich B
We'll get
in
one
the
of them little
background.
shrunken heads.
Rich B in the background.
Good
His chicken.
content right there.
Yeah, see?
Rich B in the background. His chicken's head because we're doing some stupid shit. We're getting cursed.
I'll get cursed for content. Fuck
Just
it.
just don't do it in the building. I don't want.
Hey, wait. You mean the parking lot
I don't want some
limits?
bad mojo in the building. I don't need it.
All right, we're gonna call on like a real Indian chief to set up a teepee in the parking lot, right? We're gonna do
Oh,
a
my
smoke out
God.
session so we could all find what our spirit animals are.
I think if you just smoke a lot of weed, you'll find your spirit.
Okay.
animal.
Yeah.
No, I need
You
it
don't
from
need
like the
it. You
real
don't need-
long pipe,
Yeah,
the
that's
peace
weed.
pipe.
That's actually weed, by the way.
I know.
Yes.
That's what I need. I need that peace pipe.
Then this week, Friday night, Tuesday, went to what's the music venue on Main Street in Buffalo?
The
Something-
ballroom?
Ballroom.
Tom Ballroom?
Yeah, I've never been.
Oh, I
I've
didn't even
never
know
been
it.
there.
Oh, dude, I love that venue.
And we went to go see Silver Sun Pickups, who I've seen before, but I've seen them at Darien Lake. And
Sounds like a made up band, but all right.
if anybody's been to Darien Lake, the sound system isn't the best there.
Oh, it sounds horrible.
So, and there's certain bands that are better indoors, like Nothing More, I think, is better indoors. Tea Party. So it was nice to see that. And then the town ballroom is nice because it's set like the standing room was amazing. It's like
Because it got levels.
yeah. So we went there. It was pretty good. Went out to eat. We went to one of the bars. They do everything wood fire. So we had wood fire pizza and wings. And they were good. And then here we are.
Nice. That wasn't that bad, Yoder.
No.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
See?
You got through it very quickly. Round of applause. Silent clap for Yoder. Mm-hmm. Rich, how you doing, my friend?
Yeah. How you
We
doing?
weren't here
I'm
last time we were here.
Yeah, I'm doing.
Good. Good to hear it.
Carrying on.
Yes, sir. That's all you can do.
Yeah, I missed the week. Well, did you? The 1 week Jack covered.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was the week the day of my mom's wake. I just
Yeah.
couldn't. But then last week's really only missed 1 week, right?
Yeah.
I've missed a couple weeks
Nah.
here and there, but
Yeah, that's all right.
It was-
you
yeah.
know, it happens. No worries.
I have to say I gotta say one thing about your backdrop. Every time I look at that backdrop, like I'll go to the White Shot. It reminds me of the ELO album cover I had in like 1981.
I could see it.
I don't remember which album, but I remember the spaceship.
My
from
dad
the
would
ELO
probably.
records.
My dad would probably know. He loves the YOLO. It's one of his favorite
I guess
bands.
you could be abducted by ELO, by the music.
Cool. That'd be cool.
I was
I'd be
abducted
okay.
by the music. Mr. What's the one song from Guardians of the Galaxy? And then it was the first scene. That was a good band.
Yes. Them and Rush are my early inductory to rock when I was a little kid.
I got a nice question for you about the Rock Hall of Fame. Should Weird Al Yankovic be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I think so, right?
Right?
I mean,
But there are a lot of
I think
rappers
he's
in
still
there.
creative.
Well, he really is very well known. He's had longevity, right? He's been around forever. I think another one, Rides the Bus, is like the first one I remember, right? My Bologna. It's like 1982, 83, right? Like the guy's been around and he's still creating shit. And some of the stuff he's done are iconic, like Eat It, and like the one that's instead of Lola, it's Yoda. Like the guy has had longevity. I mean, there's even a fake biopic about him. There's a parody biopic. Like if anybody, and again, I know he's not. I guess he's written his own. He's written half of his own stuff because obviously. But how many artists are in the Hall of Fame that didn't write their own music? At least he wrote the words to the songs, right?
yeah.
He'll probably never get in, but he should be in. There's some crappy people in the Hall of Fame, and I think Weird Al Yankovic should be in.
I feel like you gotta like respect what he's done for like parodies and like parody type, like comedy type of music.
Yeah.
He's gotta be like. He's got to be up there on like the wall, like Mount Rushmore of like
Sure.
comedy songs. Because like everybody, no matter what generation you grew up in, everybody knows at least one
Yeah.
Weird Al song.
Most people have heard
Yeah, I love
been
that
around,
shit.
like I said, just longevity alone. Like some people just get in because they're so been around forever.
There's ones that are still heavily in my daily playlist that I still listen to. That are just like, you know what I mean? They're just like, oh,
They're just funny.
song comes out, and I'm like, this song's still a banger.
Yeah. And
Like
he's a
eBay?
and
That
to
song
be
is
honest,
fucking
like you
great.
think about it, like when they perform, like the like it's sometimes the songs are like they've performed them almost as if they sound like the actual song in terms of the music that's going with it. But somehow they find like he just so even his musicians, the bands that he's had behind him, are pretty talented musicians on their own right. So I don't know, won't happen, but that's my
One of my personal favorites by him is The Saga Begins.
that
I
one.
love that song.
That was
That's a
a great
great
one.
song. Just like I don't know, just like I don't know, like the storytelling behind that song is just so good.
Yeah.
And like I liked that song before I even ever watched a Star Wars movie. And then
Oh, I
I
see,
watched
like
all the
you
Star Wars
heard
movies,
the-
and I'm like,
yeah.
oh, now I get it.
And
This
he had a
makes
good
more
sense of
now.
the song. Like he had
Yeah.
a good sense of the Star Wars whatever genre or whatever, the IP to work all that into it,
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, I think he should be in there. You know what? That'd be a solid episode one day, maybe. Just talking about like artists that we personally believe should be in the Hall of Fame. I feel like some of my picks would just like have people like watching the episode and just be like, "What the fuck is wrong with this guy?"
There's definitely people that are in the Hall of Fame that should not be in the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Yeah, like that one guy. I don't remember who's all in there off the top of my head. You know who definitely shouldn't be in there? Fucking Journey, man. Worst band ever.
You keep me hanging that journey.
Just kidding. Just kidding. I love Journey.
Well,
Any way you want it, bro. Goated song.
now, should groups be in there that are currently active?
I don't know.
You can be active in the Hall of Fame. You don't have to be active. Because they want to put the people in before they die, so they can celebrate it. So
Like, isn't Wu-Tang up for nomination now this year? I think they should probably go in there. I mean, what they did was pretty monumental too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's a very big piece of like music history. I think they should go in there. I can't remember who else is up for nomination this year. Probably some shit people. Probably somebody like fucking. I don't know. Oh shit. Sorry. Just might have gotten a little update on one of my future episode ideas. Somebody apparently just wrote a book on the whole situation.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're gonna try and get her in touch with me.
Cool.
Nice. But yeah, you guys got anything else you want to mention or talk about real quick? Or?
No.
I feel like we should preface before we get into this episode, just right off the bat, If you never hear from us again after this week, none of us are suicidal. Okay.
Correct.
I'll be homicide, genocide. You know.
I'm not any of the sides. Okay. I'm in perfect health. Not perfect, but I'm in I'm in good enough health. Okay.
We're not going to go in it.
So if you don't hear from me again, just know it. There's some bad shit at play here. Okay.
And why do you say that?
Because Yoder wants to take a page out of my book and jump into some real crazy shit. This week, we're gonna dive in to the case of some missing scientists. Dum dum dum.
Between 11 and 15 scientists have been
Going starting as far back as I believe the first one happened 2022.
Yes.
In June. You want to just run through these real quick of the names and what happened, and then we can get into all the conspiracy shit about it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll start us off. The first one to. Okay, so we should also preface that not all of them went missing, and some of them, did die, but under very mysterious circumstances.
A car accident.
Yeah, so that.
Accidentally hung themselves.
Yeah, exactly. He gets it. There's stuff like that happen because we were talking about this the other day at Mother's Day breakfast. I know, strange place to talk about it of all places, but me, my brother, and my dad were talking about it. I was actually telling them that the journalist who first broke the story about the government releasing like crack in low-income neighborhoods, like the journalist that first was like going to publish the story about, proving that they did it, he killed himself. But they said he shot himself in the back of the head.
Was he going like this?
His long arms.
Rich isn't a believer. He's an alien. He's a government spy.
Which one of these scientists talk about that what we see in aliens aren't actually aliens. They're Earthlings.
Dude, you ever seen Men in Black, bro? He literally tells you they've been living amongst us for years.
Yeah.
They're already here, brother.
They're us in the future.
They're already here. I seen a thing today that they said, some report said that 9,000 mysterious, unidentified objects have been spotted along the U.S. coastline, like underwater. Isn't that fucking... And you know what? That's the thing, too, is like, you don't know what's down there, because there's parts of the ocean that have never been explored by human eyes, dude. So you have no idea what could be down there. Fucking Atlantis could be down there for all we know.
Well, apparently we just found a bunch of garbage the other day.
Well, I mean, that's obvious. That's down there. Look at Americans. Real quick. You ever seen that video, that Vine from back in the day? When the girl tells his little brother, "I'm a lesbian." He's like, "I thought you were American." I just thought of that. I fucking love that video. But anyways, real quick, starting us off, June 11th, 2022. A physicist named Amy Eskridge, dies by suicide in Huntsville, Alabama. Eskridge was a plasma physicist studying anti-gravity technology and had previously worked with NASA. One of Eskridge's friends had said that she told him that if she died by suicide, it would not be true, and stated that she was being targeted by a direct energy weapon. Her father, however, does believe that her death was a suicide.
And you'll notice a link between a lot of these scientists that they're all anti-gravity specialists. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them are tied with the anti-gravity.
You know what's kind of crazy if you like really want to get into like the conspiracy of it all? Of like, like her telling her friend that she was being targeted by a direct weapon. In the movie Captain America: The Winter Soldier, they literally do this where S.H.I.E.L.D. is like creates a program that like their gunships go into the air and they find a way to take out all of these people that they consider threats. And Steve even said something about it, like, "Oh, this isn't, this isn't this isn't security or something. It's like a breach of freedom or something like that." So, dude, Maybe they're posting in movies, man, just to throw it in our face like, we're
Right.
telling you guys you're fucking nuts for believing that, but guess what? We're actually doing it. We're putting it in here to laugh at you.
Right. Well, as
You
we
never
go
know,
through,
man. You never know, man.
the G.I. Joe.
You never
uh,
know, brother. You gotta put on. We gotta really put on our tinfoil hats for this episode. Okay, it's gonna get deep.
Yo, are the same people that did anti-gravity bombs?
Go fucking wait in your car. Okay, now our next one, July 30th, 2023. A guy named Michael David Hicks, a researcher at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, dies at the age of 59. Hicks worked on a major space project, including NASA's DART program, which was testing to see if it was possible to deflect an asteroid. Hicks's death was not released, or cause of death was not released to the public. Why not?
Suspicious.
Makes you wonder. Too bad we don't have the X-Files music in the back. Dun, dun, dun. What is it? Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. That's not it, but close enough. Then again, in July 4th, 2024, Frank Mywald, another GPL researcher, died at the age of 61. He specialized in space research, according to his obituary. Maywald's cause of death is not publicly known. Then again, on May 8th, 2025, this is one where, definitely a head scratcher. A guy named Anthony Chavez, who was a former employee at the Los Alamos National Laboratory, disappeared. Chavez was last seen leaving his home on foot. Multiple search efforts were conducted, but Chavez remains missing. So as of May 8th, 2025, they do not know what happened to this guy. He left his house on foot and disappeared. Maybe he disappeared in an alternate reality. Dun, 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 dun. June 22nd, 2025.
Which is not too recent, or which is recent, rather.
Monica Jacinto Reza, another JPL employee, disappeared while on a hike. Reza was an aerospace engineer who worked on burn-resistant and high-strength metal alloys. She also had connections to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. Reza was not alone on her hike, and police say she was about 30 feet from her companion. She smiled and waved, and then when the person turned back around, she was gone.
She probably got eaten by a Sasquatch.
Not saying it was aliens, but it was
Can you-
definitely aliens.
Bigfoot snatched her.
He just came flying by on like a skateboard and just scooped her up and took off. June 26, 2025. Melissa Cassius, an administrative assistant at Los Alamos, disappeared from her home. Cassius worked from home that day, having forgotten her work badge, and took her daughter out to lunch. She was last seen walking alongside a highway without her phone, wallet, or keys.
She probably was on drugs.
Or drugged.
Exactly.
Or both.
He's a non-believer. You don't listen to him.
I'm a believer.
No, he ain't. Yoder. He's a non-believer.
I'll choke you.
He believes whatever his TV tells him.
I'll choke you with my force.
He's not like me and you. See? Shut up, man. We're trying to listen to the X-Files music.
You go and do it for like 30.
Yeah.
Truth is out there. Yeah.
So far, it sounds as if this is a combination of the aliens did the abducting or the government just murdered them. It's a nice mix.
Or it could be.
Or the aliens.
Well, think about the bomb we used in Hiroshima. That scientist we abducted. The German scientist. The government did. Yeah, wasn't he? He didn't come on his own free will, did he?
No, there were other scientists who did that.
Oh.
Oppenheimer was, I think he was American.
Is that why he has got a park down the road? Is that why he's got a park down the road?
Dad joke right there. Oppenheimer.
That was a nice zoo. No, I mean, like, yeah, there were definitely, I don't know if abductors are right, but there were definitely, like, scientists that the American military just, like, said, you want to come to America? No. Well, you're coming anyway.
Right.
But a lot of them were just trying to get out of Europe because they had worked for Hitler and they were afraid they were going to go to, not the Hague, where's the trial? Just watch the movie. What's it called? They just tried, not the Hague, what's it freaking called? Gutenberg, where they tried them all. Like some of those guys were working for Hitler, so I think a lot of them just said, "Yeah, we'll come to the United States because if we come to the United States, then we won't get tried.
Right.
We'll work for NASA and all that stuff."
Sorry. I'll send a message.
Everybody, just make sure you put your GPS locators on your phone. If I see you, like, you ever watch somebody like if you've been following, like my wife, I can see her driving down the street, like I can see her pin moving, but I'll see your pin light going up.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I got two people that follow me.
I guess you'd have to change the perspective. Like, why is it just going up? Like,
There's only two people that follow have my location on my phone, and I think both of them forget that they have my location because they never say anything about it. Like I'll be checking their shit, and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, what's up? What are you doing there?" And they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I forgot we share locations." And I'm like, "What if fucking something happens to me, and you're the only ones that can find me, and you just don't bother to look?"
I'm sorry.
We don't share locations together.
Yeah, we do.
We don't
Do
show
we?
location.
Yeah.
We don't.
Oh, I thought it was only my buddy Henry and this girl Paige I'm friends with.
No, that one girl you.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I shared for you just because I died.
Yeah, in case you were abducted.
Nice, good job. Now, August 28th, 2025.
Ooh.
Steven Garcia, a government contractor, disappeared after leaving his home in Albuquerque on foot while carrying a handgun. Garcia worked as a property custodian at Kansas City National Security Campus, which manufactures non-nuclear components for nuclear weapons.
This also marks the 10th missing case.
Mm-hmm. The truth is out there somewhere.
Ooh, a death of a Chinese scientist flagged amid investigation to U.S. cases. So now it's spreading. Now it's not just U.S. It's the Chinese.
It's everyone.
Next is going to be the Koreans.
Not the Koreans. Now, December 16th, 2025. Plasma physicist and MIT professor Nuno Lario was shot to death at his home on December 15th, 2025. The shooting has been attributed to a rivalry with another scientist. Maybe they got to the other scientist and they said, "Hey, we'll keep you alive if you go kill this fucker. Then we'll Epstein you. We'll say you hung yourself in jail, but we'll actually move you to a secure
an
location."
alien got a gun.
Hey, man, you never know.
They don't need guns. They got little pew fingers.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, Rich, didn't you ever see the one scary movie? They pee out of their fingers, dude.
They can fire bullets out of their fingers? I can
Yeah,
understand
they
the
could
peeing
fire
out of their
anything out
fingers.
of
I'm
there.
okay with that, but like, how do you load like
They put the bullet in their
like a
foreskin
32
and they
caliber
just
in
shoot
your
it out,
finger?
dude.
Like, right? I don't know. I guess it's possible.
They pull their wieners back. They put the bullet inside their foreskin and they shoot it out.
That's, oh God.
Well, you asked. I had to tell you. I've seen a video about it, explaining it in great detail.
Given the state of the world, being abducted by aliens, taken somewhere else doesn't seem that bad anymore.
Right?
Right?
It just seemed like a work.
Could be worse places to be, like, parts of this country that I would not want to visit,
Yeah, man. It could be worse. It could be Drew.
Yeah, you're funny.
What was this? Oh, yeah. December 12th, 2025.
So, wait. So, December 12th and December 16th. In the same week, we had two scientists go missing.
Ooh.
You
Yeah,
sure
but you
they're not in a
didn't catch it.
cave?
What the hell are they doing in a cave?
Oh, with Jeff.
What, they all just met up in a cave together and said, hey, we're just going to stay here in this cave together?
Yeah, Wolf Epstein is there too.
Probably not.
He's still alive.
He's well, go on. He's tied to this.
A Novartis researcher, Jason Thomas, disappeared on December 12th, 2025. His wife reported him missing when he didn't return home. His body was then recovered from a lake in Massachusetts on March 17th, 2026. Mm-hmm. They got all the information they needed on him, and they disposed of him. February 16th, 2026, Carl Grillmayer was shot to death on his front porch on February 16th. He was an astrophysicist at Caltech who collaborated with NASA and was known for his work searching for water around exoplanets. A man was arrested in his death, but there is no clear motive, and the men did not appear to know each other. Hired by a government contractor.
Yes, that's right.
To take him out because he knew too much. Am I reaching right now? Yes, probably. But I'm going to continue doing it because I believe. I believe in the truth, dude.
Now here's the big one.
Here's the big one. February 27th, 2026.
So about 10 days later.
A retired Air Force general, William Neil McCasland, disappeared after leaving his New Mexico home. During his time in the Air Force, he oversaw classified space weapons programs and was head of research at a facility rumored to house extraterrestrial debris from Roswell, New Mexico. Rumors about McCasland's connections to the alleged UFO programs sparked questions about his missing case and possible links between the other missing or dead scientists.
This is the one that was working on the. Apparently, it wasn't a G.I. Joe movie. It's a satellite that shoots tungsten, which is the strongest metal that a lot of these scientists have found. These tungsten rods that, when they land and hit their target, is similar to a nuclear weapon, but without having nuclear power. That you don't need nuclear energy so it won't. So with the absence of nuclear propulsion or nuclear waste, or having to have nuclear power, this tungsten does the same thing, and being a satellite, it can hit the direct target. So one of the theories is that other countries were scared of this technology that the U.S. had.
I mean, it tracks, you know? But yeah, this is, from what I know about all of this stuff, the general's disappearance is when people really start, putting things together. Like, oh, okay, maybe all the shit that's been happening up till now could be connected.
Yeah.
Because this is when it really starts to, gain some steam. And then...
Now it's happening close together. It's happening, 10 days.
And when someone as big as, a general goes missing, that's when you start, scratching your head, oh, okay.
And the connection of Roswell.
Yeah. Do you believe there's really aliens at Area 51? I don't believe so. I think I think they hype up Area 51 to make us believe something's there. But I think whatever proof they have is actually somewhere else. You know what I mean? I feel like they use Area 51 as, the scapegoat. You know what I mean? Make everybody believe, yeah, everything's at Area 51, but in reality, it's somewhere else. You know?
Yeah, if it ever was in Area 51, it was gone pretty early.
Yeah. I don't think they would have let, when
They're not
everybody...
gonna leave it there.
Yeah, when everybody, stormed Area 51, I don't think they would have been as cool about
They
it
wouldn't
if
have
there
found
was
anything.
actually shit
They
there.
wouldn't have found anything. All that stuff's been moved.
Yeah.
And to be honest, if you think about it, what's Roswell, 54 or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
If we haven't figured out how to use it, and 72 years. We should just give it back because we haven't figured. So I mean, I don't know. That's why a lot of this stuff, like if let's assume that the 50s when that stuff was happening, like you would think by now we would have like reverse engineered it. A lot of the stuff that we're seeing is probably, but it's just why isn't some of it like been incorporated into military stuff? Like I don't know. Like it's just kind of weird.
Yeah. I
do
mean, I
believe
could
that
definitely.
there's definitely conspiracies where I think the government, if they think you're going to report something or say something, oh, there's no chance. There's no doubt in my mind the government would silence people.
Yeah.
They would.
I mean, I could see it from both sides. Like, I could see why people would not be, you know what I mean, just ready to just jump in and believe it all. Because, like you said, if we've known about shit like this for so long, why aren't we using it to our advantage now? You know what I mean? Right. So I can understand why people are like, oh, yeah, well, you know, it's easy to say that shit's real, but, you know what I mean? I can understand not believing that it actually is.
And why wouldn't they just land?
Yeah.
Just land and you know, meet somebody, talk to somebody.
That's the theory, is that they're already here already. That they don't need to land.
They just look like us?
They look like aliens, but the aliens are from another layer here on Earth.
Dude, I think it's like a Men in Black.
From the Hollow Earth thing.
But that's how
that type of idea where they came out of the.
And that's us in
Earth
the future.
Yeah.
What we're going to look like. So we're going to lose this look and then look like aliens that you see in the movies.
I think it's like a Men in Black type situation.
Right.
I think that movie was like, they posed it as like a movie and like made it seem like it's supposed to be a comedy, but it's actually like a guidebook. You know what I mean? I think it was supposed to be meant as like, we're making this as a movie to entertain you, but also kind of like to show you that like this shit's already happening. Like they're already living amongst you right now.
I am Asian.
From a scientific standpoint, they would have to be incredibly advanced because even if you believe like just to get here from another place, if you've seen like if you know anything about like the way you would have to travel here, like, you know, it's a one-way trip, or because you can't go back because the travel speed of light, the whole time displacement thing, you can't go home because by the time you get home, like thousands and thousands of years will have passed. Yeah. So either science, you know, aliens from these other planets have figured out that problem, how to address that, you know, or it, you know, like there's just things that don't make any, like, I love Star Trek and Star Wars and all that stuff, but like, space is a cool place, but I don't think you can get there from here. And even just traveling in outer space, like radiation and gravity and like all the things that would just from a physical standpoint. So these people, these aliens would have to be incredibly advanced for all this to work. And if they're so advanced, I don't think they're worried about just landing and doing whatever the heck they want. I don't know if they're going to need to be doing like stuff secretly because who's going to stop them? Like, what are they going to, you know, what are they worried about?
I think if like space travel and like all that is like a real thing, I think it's more like Interstellar and less like Aliens. You know what I mean? Where it's like it's like you said, where like if you got there somehow and you stayed on a planet or something, you know what I mean? Like how in Interstellar they're like on the planet for like an hour, but actually in real time like 12 years have passed or whatever.
Right.
I feel like it's something like that. You know what I mean? Like it's not like you can't get in a spaceship from Earth and then go into space and then just, you know. You keep traveling far enough, you're going to stumble onto something.
There's theories in sci-fi, and some scientists have talked about it. But for it to do it, the amount of energy it requires to do those kinds of things, like there's no way to generate that kind of energy. Which is kind of why I liked Project Hail Mary, because they had like that energy shit, whatever it was, I forget what it was called. And they were able to use that as an energy source. Yeah. So a lot of the problems when you think about how are we going to get to outer space, how are we going to travel so fast, they addressed it by saying, well, this thing is an energy source that we were able to use. So it's a cool way, like how do you need some type of alternative energy source because we don't have anything that is potentially strong enough, maybe fission or something that could power these things that you would need to do all this stuff. We don't have the technology. So again, it goes back to the aliens would have to be incredibly advanced. Or you said, or maybe it's more of a time travel thing.
Yeah.
You know, they're just there, you know. But then at the same time, like, you could also say, the odds of the universe being this so big, and there's only one planet with human life. Like, a life that's advanced. I mean, I'm sure there's microbes, that's easy enough. But, like, to think that there's not some type of advanced race. But theoretically, how are they getting here unless they've solved the same problems that we would have? So I don't know.
Also, real
The
quick,
government
though,
doesn't trust us.
also real quick, though, off topic, kind of. But I went and seen Project Hail Mary a couple weekends ago with my buddy. That movie reminded me why I love movies so much.
That's an incredible movie.
It was so good. Oh my god, that might be what I think it's gonna be hard to beat that movie for my favorite movie of the year. I think the only one that might come close is that Obsession movie that just came out because I've been hearing really good things about that.
It looks good. I want
Yeah,
to see
it
that.
looks fantastic. So, but yeah, that movie reminded me why I love movies so much. Like I got out of that movie and I was just like, "Fuck, man!" I'm like, man, I just love this shit. Like I love just sitting down and just watching a movie, and that movie made me realize why. Movies are just fucking
It's
beautiful.
made like I just happened to look it up. It's made like close to 700 million worldwide.
It's just a beautiful movie.
You know,
It's so
it was,
good.
And it wasn't like there's other. I mean, it was an expensive movie, but it wasn't like as expensive as you think it would be. Like,
Yeah.
You know, especially because they didn't do all the CGI, just a puppet. Like the thing's just a freaking puppet, which is pretty amazing. Like how good they got at that stuff. It's like you can make a good movie and not just have to do CGI just to do CGI.
I'm
Right.
glad that they're trying to get a supporting actor nom for the guy who
Well, I mean,
did the puppet
the
too, 'cause he
actor's
did
doing the
fucking great.
voice. I mean,
Yeah, he did
he's
great.
the puppeteer too. Like he's working.
Yeah, he did great too. He was awesome.
Years ago, when they did Empire Strikes Back, George Lucas tried to get Frank Oz nominated for Yoda because he was the character, but he was
Yeah.
also the puppeteer. So this is only the. I mean, there's been other actors that have been puppeteers in movies and stuff, like all the Muppet movies, for example. But like a movie, like that's an incredible performance. Like you feel for a puppet. Like right, I mean, you really like when that puppet gets hurt. Like, oh my god, like it, right? It's emotional.
I was legit
You're like,
crying.
oh my god, he's dead. No!
Yeah, I was crying hard.
Like and you kind of know that they're gonna fix it, but like at the same time, like it's just incredibly powerful. You know, it's a good movie.
It is a great movie. Don't worry, Yoda. It's still a great movie, even knowing that. It's still great. Definitely one of the best movies I've ever seen. But let's get back into this now. So on April 16th, 2026, Trump was asked about, the missing scientists and all this, and he told them basically that they'll know more in the next week and a half. He said that he'd been in meetings regarding the cases and hoped that they were just a coincidence, but obviously, if it wasn't a coincidence, the President of the United States isn't going to tell you, yeah, we know all about it,
Right, or Patel.
Yeah. And then April 2026, the FBI, I believe this is the last official update. I mean, there's obviously been, other updates from other people, but the April 20th, 2026 is when the FBI officially said that it was going to start leading an investigation to determine whether there were any connections between all of these cases.
And April 20th, 26th, that's when missing scientist runs to Luis Alonso, or Alonso went missing as well.
Look at this guy over here, Yoda. Guy's fucking fading in and out of consciousness over here.
He's doing the head bobbing.
So now let's get into a little bit of the conspiracy behind it all. Just try and get through a little bit of this. So in 2026, this is when the conspiracy theory starts to emerge, alleging that the deaths or disappearances of several people, some described online as scientists, tied to classified or sensitive research, that they were connected to secret knowledge about UFOs, advanced energy projects, material science, or related subjects. Speculation started spreading through social media following the February 2026 disappearance of former U.S. Air Force Major General William Neal McCaslin. It then began drawing wider media attention and comment from U.S. federal officials, including the FBI and Donald Trump, like we just talked about. Cases cited by proponents span several years and involve unrelated circumstances, including natural death, homicide, suicide, and many missing person reports. Colleagues of those named, as well as experts and journalists, have rejected claims of a coordinated pattern. Medical sociologist Robert Bartholomew, badass name, dude, described the belief as an example of apophenia, or the tendency to perceive meaningful links in unrelated events. Multiple family members of those connected to the conspiracy theory have expressed anguish or grief at having their deceased relatives connected to what they have characterized as an absurdity. The FBI is investigating the missing scientist theory under a federal investigation. The House Oversight Committee is looking for information on the theory from various federal agencies. FBI Director Kash Patel said if there's any connections that lead to nefarious conduct or conspiracy, this FBI will make an appropriate arrest. So the missing scientist conspiracy theory that originated and grew in popularity in early 2026 alleges that 10 or 11 unconnected persons had either died of natural causes, been victims of homicide or suicide, or had been reported missing, some of whom were characterized as scientists working on classified programs and have been murdered due to their knowledge of UFOs, energy products, material sciences, and similarly sensitive ideas. The murderers have been suggested to be enemies of the U.S. The deaths and disappearances spanned a period of 4 years, though in some cases were erroneously reported to have been clustered over a period of few months. Many were first reported on individually, sometimes from a conspiratorial angle. Fucking guys over here snoring.
He's trying to look for aliens.
Yeah, I am
Yes,
trying
so.
for aliens.
He's got to be in a deep sleep to find him.
Well, that's when he gets abducted. That's when he's sleeping.
Yeah. So, like we said, the conspiracy theory really started to gain heat when McCaslin went missing. Not only because he was a U.S. Air Force Major General and 7th Commander of Air Force Research Laboratory, but also because of his involvement with To the Stars, Inc., which was actually, funny enough, founded by Tom DeLonge from Blink-182,
Yeah.
who's a big believer in aliens. But they basically say that, according to Scientific American, that To the Stars Incorporated is a celebrity-led organization that promotes theories about aliens. But like I said, the theory really started to gain heat when McCaslin went missing because he played a central role in the U.S. military's real investigations into mysterious objects in the sky, from Cold War-era research programs to efforts to study UAPs. In regards to speculation his disappearance was related to secret knowledge he possessed about UFOs, McCaslin's wife stated that he had only very commonly held security clearances since his retirement more than a decade before, and he had suffered from a chronic health issue at the time of his disappearance. According to the sheriff of Bernalillo County, New Mexico, where McCaslin resided, there was no evidence indicating foul play in his disappearance. A silver alert was then issued based on information available early in the investigation that indicated Mr. McCaslin could be at some level of risk and that additional public assistance was needed to locate him. McCaslin's wife, Susan, wrote on Facebook on March 6, 2026 that since his retirement 13 years prior, McCaslin has only had very commonly held clearances, and it seems quite unlikely that he was taking to extract very dated secrets from him. Also, noting he had only a brief association with the UFO community when he worked as a consultant for a fiction book. Writing on social media, Michael Shermer, the editor-in-chief of Skeptic, which is Was it? Yeah, it's a magazine. It's a quarterly science education and science advocacy magazine. So yeah, when Michael Shermer, the editor-in-chief skeptic, explained that conspiracy theorists began digging around to find anyone who died for any reason or has disappeared, then scraping through their bio to see if they have any connection whatsoever to UFOs, military, defense, space, aerospace, propulsion, etc., inevitably discovering patterns in random noise. That explanation was echoed by writer Benjamin Radford, who characterized the conspiracy theory as mystery-mongering data mining. Attention on the matter was accelerated by U.S. Representative Eric Burleson, a first-term congressman from Missouri, who, according to Kansas City Star, built a reputation through his focus on aliens and what used to be called UFOs. By March 2026, the unrelated deaths and the conspiracy theory that connected them had gained wider public attention due to reporting by News Nation, the New York Post, the Daily Mail, and political commentator Tim Pool's podcast. Fox News' The Will Cain Show covered it on April 2nd, and a Fox News reporter asked White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt about it during a briefing on April 15th. She then posted that the White House is actively working with all relevant agencies in the FBI to holistically review all of the cases together and identify any potential commonalities that may exist. According to The Atlantic, names added to the list included an advanced materials researcher at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory who had disappeared while hiking. We knew about her. Another one, the Los Alamos National Laboratory administrative assistant who went missing. A person who had claimed her father, a former NASA propulsion engineer, had discovered the secret of anti-gravity. Joseph Uzinski, political scientist, said that your average conspiracy theory, someone comes up with it and it dies on the vine. What makes this unique is you have government agents with guns investigating this. Then they go through a list of other people who were either cited as missing or deceased that are being investigated by the FBI. In addition to the names listed, the U.S. Representative Tim Burchett stated that he did not think the death of David Wilcock, a New Age conspiracy theorist, who died by suicide in the presence of law enforcement officers on April 20th, 2026, after a long battle with depression and extreme financial difficulty, is a coincidence. Now, David Wilcock, I believe that's the guy who was on Ancient Aliens, right? Yep, that's the guy from Ancient Aliens. This is when it really started to gain steam, too, because Ancient Aliens was already a huge thing that would kind of feed into people's theories about the existence of aliens. So when someone from that show gets killed, that obviously is going to add more fuel to the fire. We have another lady, Ning Lee, or maybe it's a guy, I'm sorry. Oh, I think it's a guy, maybe. I don't know, doesn't say. But they were a University of Alabama physicist and founder of AC Gravity, anti-gravity scientist, died from Alzheimer's disease in July 27th, 2021. Then Amy Exridge, we found out about, died of suicide.
Anti-gravity.
That was the one she told her friend that if she died by suicide, it was an energy weapon that killed her. Matthew Sullivan, U.S. Air Force, deceased by suicide on, what's the 5th? March?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
May.
May
5.
May 12th, 2024. Frank, we already knew about, who he was a engineer at JPL. That was one of the ones that the cause of death wasn't listed. Anthony Chavez, heard about him, missing, disappeared. Monica Reza also disappeared. That's the one who disappeared while hiking. We heard about that one. Melissa Cassius disappeared. Steven Garcia, we heard about him, disappeared. Still, the 3 people I just said were missing, all, as of right now, are still considered missing, too, by the way. They have not been found. Jason Thomas, assistant director of chemical biology at Novartis, died by drowning. His wife, I guess, said that he was depressed at the time, so they believe that he killed himself. Carl Nuno Lorario, we know about him, killed in his home, I believe. Carl Grillmeier was murdered in a carjacking. Joshua LeBlanc, electrical engineer at NASA Marshall Space Flight Center, deceased, died in a car accident. And then the big one, William Neal McCasland, who went missing.
So it's just odd that many of them are missing.
Yeah. In April, the FBI put out an official statement saying that it is spearheading the effort to look for connections into the missing and deceased scientists, and said that when asked about it, President Donald Trump said that it was pretty heavy stuff. And then, of course, his press secretary again reiterated that they were actively working with all relevant agencies. In late April, a spokesperson for NASA, where several of the so-called missing scientists once worked, stated that nothing related to NASA indicates national security threat. The FBI and the United States Attorney for District of Massachusetts announced that they had conclusively determined, with the assistance of Providence Police and Rhode Island State Police, that Portuguese national Claudio Manuel Neves Valentin was solely responsible for the murder of Nuno Loureiro, and that Loureiro's murder had no nexus to terrorism, and that Valentin's actions were probably due to personal dissatisfaction with his social and personal life, or professional life. So, I mean, then we get into a lot of, the different people that have opinions on it, the families. A lot of the families, are obviously very upset that people use their family members' deaths to spread conspiracy theories. I can understand that. One journalist, Mike Rothschild, said that he described families' traumas being essentially monetized for clicks by conspiracy theorists, and he compared it to conspiracy theories like the Tutankhamun's curse, murdered witnesses to the JFK assassination, and the Clinton body count. Clinton body count is factual, okay, by the way, just so you guys know. Okay, that one's not fake, okay, that's real. Clintons had people killed all the time.
Yes.
And if I die, it was the Clintons. They know that I know stuff, okay? Just so you guys know. Then they go into a lot of, let me just go through this real quick before we... According to medical sociologist Robert Bartholomew, who specializes in the study of social hysteria and UFO conspiracy thinking, beliefs in the missing scientist conspiracy theory underscores the human tendency to see what we expect to see. Bartholomew described the belief in the interconnectedness of disconnected events as a case of apophenia, or the tendency to see meaningful links in unrelated events. He said that social media postings plant the idea that there has been a coordinated attack on American scientists, priming some to reinterpret random deaths and disappearances as suspicious and sinister.
Sinister. Dun, dun, dun.
So obviously, regardless of where you stand on it and what you believe, it's obviously strange. It's obviously very strange that it happened
Coincidental.
the way it did. How some of them happened so close to one to the other.
Like 6 days, 10 days.
But I could see it from both sides. I could understand why they'd be quick to discredit it. Because if you got to think about it, if any of it is true, of course, the first thing they're going to do is jump to discredit anybody
Right.
that says anything about it. But I do agree with the fact that I think a lot of times it is just monetized for clicks and, with no care of the kind of damage it brings to the families.
Right.
And we're not here to tell you how you should look at it or what you should believe in. We all have our own beliefs, obviously,
But again, if we're not here,
yeah,
we
but
did
if
not
we're not
commit
here,
suicide.
you know why. But yeah, we kind of just wanted to talk about it just because how strange it all is. Kinda, and like, if you guys have listened to this pod before, we get into a lot of conspiracy stuff. It's one of our favorite things to cover, so we figured this would be a good one to get into. So
My question is, why so many missing?
yeah,
That's and it's so close together, and they all have ties to be. They all are scientists, jet propulsion. So it makes you say, what's going on here?
yes, that is Chop.
Yep. He's in dreamland.
Yeah. Chop was so excited by the episode that he fell
Came here and
asleep.
slept for the whole hour.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think we ran a little bit over more than we usually do. So, we'll get out of here with a quick exit.
Yes.
But obviously, thanks for listening. Follow us on
Checking
Instagram.
your homies.
Yeah, subscribe. Subscribe to our pod. Like and subscribe. I'm trying to gear up for a real good episode about something local. I'm trying to get in touch with some people to bring them on as guests, do something big. So maybe next week, or if not next week, then the week after. Hopefully, I'll have something set up. But I feel like it's kind of something we kind of need to talk about. You know what I mean?
We've talked about it before.
We've glazed over it here and there, but I think it's something that we really need to dive deep into because it's a big thing.
Right.
And we'd be kind of stupid not to
And
talk about it. We literally
it's local
live
history.
Yeah, it's local history. So, so yeah, I guess that's it. Also,
Sorry,
anybody ever wants to be a guest on the pod, man, hit us up on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. If you got a story you want to tell, come on and tell them, man. We love talking to people. So, yeah, I guess that's it. Unless you guys got anything you want to end with.
No, that's it.
Okay.
Till next week.
The truth is out there. Go find it.